Here's the TTRPG tip that you're gonna want to write down. Whenever I'm having my party all gather together in one spot at the beginning of a session, like they all meet in the town square or a hotel room or whatever the fuck, I hate the concept that they all show up at the exact same time and then have to start like talking over each other to like say hello in character and meet each other and figure out what the next steps are, because it doesn't leave a lot of room for individuals to talk about their current motivations. It doesn't leave a lot of room for one-on-one conversation. And so what I'll do is I'll go up to the entire party and I'll say, hey, who in character is the most, timely, the most organized, or the most anxious? They'll all kind of discuss amongst each other, or maybe one person will raise their hand and be like, oh, it's absolutely me. They don't have to justify it. They don't have to defend themselves. Instead, I just say, okay, perfect. You're in the hotel room right now and you're waiting on everyone else to show up. I'll describe the hotel room. They'll have a couple moments to like do some actions just for themselves to describe what their current thoughts are and what they're currently working on. And then I'll say, okay, while you wander the hotel room, you hear a knock at the door. And once they go to answer it, I say, all right, guys, whoever's left, who is the most brave or impatient or outgoing member of the group? Someone else will step forward of whoever's left, say, okay, I'm probably the most impatient, or I'm the most brave. And then I'll say, okay, great. You're currently standing on the other side of the door. How do you introduce yourself? What do you say next? And, your ultimate goal is to move downstairs and meet the rest of the group. So how do you do that? And so then I let those two characters have a conversation, which means that they have a chance to talk over each other's motivations, describe their physical appearance to each other, and it's like drip feeding everyone's personal interests, personal motivations, and personal looks without like the full flurry of everyone introducing themselves all at once in a big room together, right? And the key to it is asking each party member like, okay, who has these traits? And I usually list it so that it's basically the same personality trait, just listed in 3 different ways, 2 of which are positive and 1 of which is kind of negative. So saying that someone is brave or outgoing could be good. Someone who is impatient might not be as good. And so they kind of have room to explore both facets of those personality traits. And instantly when I say those words, like you have an idea of what this person is like, right? Which instantly gives everyone else in the party a starting trait that they can associate with that character. And then that character who's playing that role then has a bit of a guideline to work off of for the rest of the story. They know, oh, okay, I introduced myself as the outgoing one. I should probably be outgoing for this game. They don't have to break any of their own rules. Like if they already established that they're a very quiet character, then they don't have to suddenly change their character to be outgoing. And then those 2 characters who are talking will then go downstairs to the ground floor of the hotel and they'll meet character number 3, who is the most prepared, the most self-reliant, the most overpacked, maybe, who is currently checking into the hotel, and so on and so forth. Like we pick up one person at a time and we follow the group as they slowly grow one by one, and everyone gets a chance to introduce themselves, talk about themselves, and have a defining character trait from the get-go.